Okay, I think I am on. Jake, you still there? Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm going to try to also figure out how to share my screen as well in this. You can hear me. All right, you can see and hear me. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to give it a minute here. I'm just going to go probably 5-10 minutes this morning from first try here. It looks like a few other people jumped on. Thanks for jumping on in our test round here. Let's see here. Hit me a thumbs up, a like on the video too, so if I know you can hear me. And I need to figure out how to share my screen. If I can't, that's okay. I can talk through it. So just bear with me here, guys, for a second. Hi, Joyce. You're on live. Joyce, do you know how to share screen in this on YouTube Live? Can't seem to find it anywhere. I thought it would be.
I don't think you can.
You can, for
Probably
sure.
not inherently.
Okay, maybe with the software. Okay, thanks for the thumbs up there, guys. I will talk through it, and I'll use a lot of hand signals instead. And then that way I can do it again in the future. So thanks, guys, for jumping on this morning. A few minutes before our leadership meeting. And wanted to film a quick video specifically for our junior reign families because I think I haven't done the best job, and you see my dog Dash in the background. Hopefully he'll be quiet. I haven't done the best job of communicating and explaining how our organization works and is set up. A lot of our families talk about how it's different and it feels different. And the people that have been with us for an extended period of time kind of understand the opportunities and how it's set up. But it's not kind of inherent for everyone to understand. So I wanted to explain some diagrams. I'll use some hand signals instead. I've talked a lot before that the families and the players that get the most out of our organization are those that have three things. Number one, they love hockey. They're passionate about hockey, and they want to be a hockey player. That's really, a baseline thing that's important. If you really want to get the most out of our organization, if not, it's probably not ready yet for our organization. Something more recreational or something like that would be a good place to start until that passion is kind of fueled. We hope that our organization, your experiences will, and we've seen that happen a lot, will fuel that passion and really set it on fire from like a player's joining at the B level who's kind of, really loves hockey, but isn't that exposed to it yet, to someone who's like, I want to be a hockey player. I want to, play for Team USA one day, play college hockey. So that's number one. Number two is that they have a big ambition. That's what I just mentioned. We want to grow that ambition. They have big dreams. They want to do something big and great. We want to encourage that. We don't say, well, be realistic. It's only a small percentage, all that kind of stuff. We want them to have big dreams and have a big ambition, because we don't know. Nobody knows who those people are that are going to, because someone's going to achieve those big goals, and we don't want to cut that off. We want to encourage it and dream. And worst case scenario, having a good big dream and something you're striving for leads to good places. It leads to all those life lessons that we talk about, because you're committed, you're dedicated, you're working through things, you're striving to be your best. That's only good, no matter where that leads you. So passionate, desire, love hockey. Number two, big ambition, big goals. And number three, supportive family unit, supportive parent group. Really important, because as you know, in hockey, whether it's driving to the rink, equipment, the investment that it takes, and all those types of things, and then the support. There's a lot of challenges to go through. The support of the parent group and that family unit, however that looks, is really important. That have that supportive group. If those three things are in place, the sky's the limit for the families in our organization. If those things are out of whack, probably not the best fit for a family or player, and that's okay. There's other places that would be a better fit. So the reason why I talk about it feels different, because it is. And what I want to talk about today is a word that I haven't used before, really talking, is the word ecosystem. And we talk about the ecosystem. So all of you, our junior Reign families, know us kind of as the Junior Reign, as a Junior Reign Youth Club. And that is the foundation of our ecosystem, that Junior Reign Youth Club and the families and coaches. What a lot of people don't quite know or understand is that the Junior Reign Youth Hockey Club is a part of a bigger parent organization that has built a whole ecosystem aligned with the same values, mission, and vision to create something that we didn't just want to create something that already existed. There's a lot of just hockey clubs out there, and they all serve a purpose, and they all have their positives and negatives, and they do good things. But we saw a gap. We saw something that didn't exist, and we felt that we had the experience and the capabilities to build something great that didn't exist here, especially here in California. And that is an ecosystem of something much bigger. So again, using my hand signals because I can't figure out how to share my screen for the diagrams. I'll do this for you later, guys. It was going to be rough anyways. At the foundation of this ecosystem, picture a little box down here is our Junior Reign Youth Club. And that's a local youth hockey club. And that's the foundation of everything we do. Everything built around that is all the gaps and the things that we saw missing from the pathway to help. We talked again in the beginning, kids that love hockey and have a big ambition and big dreams and have a supportive parent group. What do they need to help them pursue and achieve their biggest goals and their biggest ambitions? Trust us. Thanks for patience with Dash there. So that's what we built around it. So part of this ecosystem, like I said, we have a parent organization. Junior Reign Youth Club families is our foundation, but there's a lot of other pieces to it, and there's a reason why we're able to do. You see the things that you see. So also part of this ecosystem is our training facilities. So we have training facilities in both Riverside and Carlsbad. We're actually going to be a little inside tip for you guys. We're going to be going through a rebrand of that, and you're going to see a new name for those. We have skating treadmills, we have mini shooting rinks, we have gyms, and we have all the lessons, the power skating lessons, specialty classes, those kinds of things. That is something that is designed specifically to serve our junior and families, but it's also open to, we have players from high school, players from other clubs, players from in-house, players who come in town just for the summer, who from out of state, who train with our professional coaches and our professional training facilities individually to help them accelerate that path towards their biggest goals. So our training facilities is another piece of that ecosystem. A lot of clubs don't have that. It allows us to do a lot of things. It allows us to serve and offer specific opportunities for our junior Reign players to get better, of course, towards their goals. It allows us to be introduced to new families who want to get to know our coaches and things. And it allows us to support our coaches and provide for them a career with additional ways to coach. Coaching teams and also coaching individuals. And so it allows us to attract and retain the best coaches because we're able to give them multiple opportunities to coach and to be a professional coach, not just whether they start as a volunteer or they move into a part-time coach, but allows them to have a career path to be a full-time professional coach, which is what we want because then they're most dedicated and committed long-term and becoming the best coaches that they can be. So we have our training facilities. We also have now our own tournament series. So the IE tournament series, which a lot of you have participated in, also supports this ecosystem, allows to create events, great events for our teams to be able to play events at their home rinks. But it also allows for our organization to be a bigger organization, to create an atmosphere and to do bigger things. And again, this allows for us to serve our rinks better and our families better and have a bigger staff team because we're a larger organization, but they're not just random things. They all feed off each other. And all these things on the goal to improve and increase the experience for our foundation junior Reign families. So our training facilities and now our tournament series. And you can see as these things build and add up, they make us bigger and stronger as an organization, allow us to have more dedicated full-time staff, and allow us to deliver experiences that we can control to our families in our own rinks and build that relationship with our rinks and things as well as the main group in those rinks. And so that's able to help us integrate in that whole system and serve our families best. So we have our junior Reign, we have our training facilities, we have our tournament series. We also manage and operate now 2 high school programs, St. John Bosco in the LA area, in the IE Wolverines in Riverside, and we have a third that will be coming here shortly in the Ontario Upland area. In those high school programs, we have many junior reign players that play high school hockey as well as club hockey. And sometimes some players will start in high school hockey and then move into club hockey as well. Those players may do private training, those type of things, but it allows us again to provide another opportunity. Not everyone will play high school hockey, but an opportunity for players. A lot of the players who really are pursuing hockey at their highest levels, once they get to high school age, you really got to dig into hockey and start to focus and specialize more so. So some players get opportunities to play extra games at the JV or varsity level in high school programs with coaches that are aligned with the junior reign that now allow them to work schedules together and not have conflicts and things, so that players can do that without feeling in trouble by their coaches and things like that. So then we have high school hockey. So 2 high school programs, a third coming. As you know, most likely we now have 2 junior A programs. So we have the Ontario Junior Reign up in the Inland Empire area, and we have the San Diego Sabres. These are part of our ecosystem. These are under our parent organization. So club all the way through AAA, which we're it's only us, the Ducks, the Sharks, and the Kings who have all the national bound AAA levels currently this season. And obviously starting from the 8U levels, 8UB levels, all the way up through 18 AAA, high school hockey, and now junior A hockey, which is the direct kind of path on next step towards collegiate hockey. So we have many players from those junior teams moving on to collegiate hockey shortly here. So we have this pathway all the way to junior A programs, one down San Diego area, Carlsbad, and one in the Inland Empire for our players to move up through as they plan towards college. So they can stay home and they can grow towards that progression. It's really high level hockey with kids from Canada, Sweden, Russia on these teams. And then they can really, like, this didn't exist. Like I said, we can bring those players all the way through towards their collegiate hockey goals. We are currently working on adding a partner collegiate program here, so stay tuned. Another inside tip, stay tuned. We're working on adding college hockey locally here to our ecosystem. We also have the Monarchy program, which we sent out an email blast about. The Monarchy ice hockey program is an off-season elite AAA tournament teams program that allows for us to build teams to go to these as an optional thing for our tier level players, really for tier level players, high AA to AAA players minimum, to go and experience off-season events in Minnesota, Chicago, these elite AAA birth year only events. We add players from Europe, from Minnesota, from Canada to these teams, and it's a great experience to go and experience that really elite levels and motivate and excite players towards pursuing that. So that's just in the off-season program. That's our Monarchy Ice Hockey Tournament Teams program. Part of that ecosystem, you can see how they all serve each other. We also have our Quest Foundation, which is a 501c3 not-for-profit that allows for fundraising and scholarships for families in need to support this ecosystem. We've started launching e-teams and things like that allows families to help fund some of these activities that they want to do to help pursue their biggest ambitions and dreams in hockey. I think I may even be forgetting a couple pieces of that ecosystem, but I'm going to do another video on this where we draw it out. We have some new things we'll be adding to it and continue to build on top of it, again, with a whole goal of providing the biggest and best opportunities as a pathway for our families as a foundation. So all these things, a lot of these pieces have families outside of the junior reign as an ecosystem, but between us, we're biased towards our junior reign families, and these are built to serve our junior reign families and those big ambitions, so we can deliver on those goals of what we want to be able to do for our kids. And that's why we built what we built and why we do what we do. So you can see where the families that get the most out of our program are the ones that understand this, and they're in it for the long haul, and they're taking advantage of our programs we offer, like the development meetings and the meetings with your coach and the extra training opportunities and the extra pieces that pull it all together towards a long-term, like, let us help you talk about what is that goal, college hockey, whatever it is, what is that goal? We have a pathway to help you take that step. And unfortunately, sometimes what we see too is we see players and families who kind of like chase around and they go from club to club to club, and they're looking for maybe a short-term or status thing, like the level of the team or the record of the team or whatever it is. But the challenging part is every year they're trying to find something new because they have this big goal, but they're starting over all the time, and sometimes they end up with a difficult experience, and then player has to be kind of remotivated to play hockey again and maybe start back at a lower level and then build them back up. And it can be, really stressful running around and not knowing like if you're going to make this team or not, and then you have to go to another club and maybe it's further away and stuff. What we want is for our junior families to understand the pathway here. And if you're the right fit, if you're not the right fit, if these things don't resonate with you, that like there's, like I said, there's other clubs and things for that, for different goals and things. But if that long-term path, that long-term ambition and growth for your player is your goal, and you resonate with the values and the philosophies of organization, we want you here long-term. It's not about, getting kids and cutting them the next year and that kind of stuff. We know that we can grow those players on a deliberate, intentional pathway towards their biggest dreams. We have different levels of play, BA, AA, AAA, so that players can stay within the program. Many clubs that smaller don't have maybe certain levels. So then when a kid ages up, if they can't make the top team, there's no place for them and they got to scramble and stuff. So we've built that in such a way to allow our players to have that long-term pathway and growth. And those are the players that will get the most out of it. The players that jump around and kind of chase short-term things really won't fit the best with us and won't get the most out of the experience. So longer than I planned today. Thank you guys for listening. We have several viewers on, so I only sent it out about 5 minutes before. And thanks for the thumbs up. Let me know your comments, even if you're watching on the replay later. Give us a thumbs up and let me know if you like these live videos. We'll do more in the future to kind of introduce and explain things, especially kind of more inside things for our junior families. Tell you about things that are coming up and so forth. So thanks for bearing with me, guys, on my test this morning, and I'll talk to you guys soon.